What's up, y'all? I had to stop that other video. It started over. Instead of looking crazy trying to figure out how to do invites. So I'm just gonna talk. But so I'm coming back and I got me some notes this time. I'm gonna talk about how dreams are clues to self-realization. That's what I have found for myself. As I mentioned in my last video, since forever, I've always had dreams, even as a little girl. Like even waking up out of dreams, able to feel things, be crying, all type of emotions, all kind of stuff, ever since I can remember. So now I'm coming, to the understanding, connecting the dots, that dreams are definitely clues to self-realization and to help you manifest who you're truly supposed to be. This is what I know to be true. So, as I had mentioned in that last video, for instance, when I was younger, when I had the dream, before that, I had wanted to know my friend's phone number. And when I went to sleep that night, the telephone number was in my dream. I called it was the right number. So even from that, but it's like many, many, many more dreams. But there's one, two, maybe four in particular I might want to kind of touch on that really stood out. And these were like recent ones. What's up, Sophia? Thank you for going live that day. That was very inspirational. Appreciate it. But so like I said, there's a few in particular that I felt stood out the most. So like I said, I'm doing notes this time, y'all, because y'all know I can't stay focused. Okay, so this one dream I had, this was maybe about, I want to say 3-4 years ago maybe. And the dream started out with I was at my grandmother's house, I believe it was. And I was looking in like a photo album, family pictures. And at my grandma's house, it was me and all of my female cousins sitting on the couch just going through a photo album looking. So I said, oh, wow. So I'm looking through it. So as I get down to this last picture, I see a picture of this Caucasian lady. So I was like, Mom, who is this lady right here? Whatever. So as I see, I'm like, is she related to us? Because I'm looking in the family photo album. So I said, okay. So anyway, under her picture, it had a name and a year. And the lady name was Helen Joseph. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I wake up after the dream next day. I go and I look it up. Turns out to be a real person. This lady was born in Sussex, England. I think that's how you say it. I want to say 1913 because I think that was the year that was in my dream. Come to find out, she led this anti-apartheid. She was a activist. That's what it was, with Nelson Mandela's wife. So I'm just like, why did I dream about her? Like, it's what, I don't get it. So I said, okay. So, as I'm going through my little journey or whatever, I forget about it. I usually keep things like this in a journal. I actually do have a journal book. I should have got that before I started talking about this, but I'm just going off of my memory from what I remember. But as I continue to journal about different things, I noticed that the people or the females that I would dream about, they all had these same qualities. And I remember talking to somebody that said, a lot of times, when you dream about certain people, it's showing you qualities about yourself. So I said, okay. So it started making sense as to, my personality and how I am when it comes to injustices and different things like that. So I said, okay. So that was the first dream that I want to touch on with her. The second one was, now this was more like as I started getting into the knowledge, more knowledge, occult knowledge, true spirituality and who I am. I started having dreams about ancestors because I'm like, I want to know my lineage, which this is something that I always wanted to know. So I said, okay. So I had this dream one night. It was a whole lot like before this particular scene happened. But I remember I was in this house and there was pictures on the wall. And I knew that they were ancestors. I don't know how I knew, but I knew this in the dream. So the lady in the picture, one of the pictures she was doing like this. Like, and on the back of her hand, I could see this emblem, the shape of Africa. And it had the colors on it and everything on her hand now. So I said, okay, this is my ancestors telling me, come back to my roots. This is what I interpreted. So I said, okay. So I wake up out that dream. Very next day, I go to the beauty supply store looking at some earrings. How about I see the same damn earrings exactly like the emblem on the back of her hand? So I said, okay, synchronicities. So I'm like, cool, all right. So this was up. So I later find out after doing research, because I've always had this connection to Jamaica, music, ever since I can remember, from a young girl. So I say, okay. So as I'm doing this research, come to find out, this ancestor in the dream was Queen Nanny of the Maroons. So I said, damn, okay. So I start connecting the dots with that. So I'm like, bet. All right. So that was just wow. You know what I'm saying? And exciting all at the same time. So then this is why I say, like, your dreams are clues, pieces to the puzzle to help you realize who you are and to awaken that part of your subconscious that's been asleep for a long time. So the third one, now these are the last two are like my more recent ones. They happened last summer actually. I can't remember the exact dates. And what I do too, I keep, instead of I used to do like a written journal. What's up, Shawana? So I used to do like a written journal. So now I do like the little voice thing. I record myself, so I can remember some of the dreams or whatever. So anyway, okay, so this dream was, I call it the summoning dream. So I'm asleep and I hear, now this is when like I said, this is like about a year ago when I started to understand certain things, certain energies that I operate in. So this particular dream, it was, I believe these were like a group of females operating in their witch power. This is what I believe. Because that takes me to this other dream where I was burnt to a tree in one lifetime. So anyway, so y'all that's on that frequency, y'all understand what I'm saying. So anyway, in the dream, I could hear this song. They were singing. I don't know how I knew it was French, but they were singing in that language. And so I hear the lady, the words come through like, high priestess, come. So I'm like, I'm listening to it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here, it's like right there. It's like I'm asleep, but I'm woke. So I said, oh shit. So in the dream, I said, no, I ain't ready yet, like that or whatever. So I can hear the other lady like, man, we should just go because she tripping. I can hear them having this conversation about me. So I'm thinking to myself, me being my little stubborn self, like, look, I'll come when I get ready. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet, So I'm just like, oh my goodness, okay. All right, so that was that. So maybe like within the next, I'm going to say about 2 weeks after that, these were real close. The last dream was an initiation. So in the dream, it started out first. Right, Shawana, for real. That's how I feel. So in the dream, it started out first. I was at this party. It was a group of people. We were at this party in Jamaica. So I said, okay, cool. We walking around, whatever else. So next thing I know, the dream switch. We go off into our own little space or whatever. So I'm walking with this person. But you know how you realize stuff after you wake up out the dream? I realized this is one of my spirit guides. So dude, you had to be fly because y'all know me. He had a mohawk. He had the little tribal paint on his face and stuff. So we running through this like grassy area. So then I'm like, where we going? Like that or whatever. He was like, just come on. Because they like, I can't remember what he said to me, something. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm with it. We running. It's not like we running out of fear. We just running to a destination, I guess is what it was. So we leap. And when we leaped over the hill, now the scene switches to, I know we in Africa. Don't ask me how I know, but I just knew. We switched from Jamaica to Africa. So I said, okay, cool. So as I'm falling, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like falling, like, oh, like this. So as we landing, because I guess I was getting scared, I feel this lady. I knew it was a lady because her hands were soft. Like I could really, really feel it. Was over my mouth, like calming me down. So then I'm looking around the scene. So you got all these people. This is like basically, I don't know how I knew, but I knew it was the initiation ceremony. They standing around, and then the guy was like, we need you to pick from one of these baskets. And it was maybe like, I can't remember exactly how many baskets was in front of me. The area was like the baskets was, the ground was like muddy, soft, I guess you could say. But the people around were like dressed in like African attire, I guess you could say. Like the women had the little things, the wraps or whatever. So anyway, he like, I need you to pick, from one of these baskets or whatever. I knew it had something to do with my destiny or my choice or something. I don't know. So I'm just like, okay. So as I get ready to pick and reach into one of the baskets, I see it moving. And I'm like horrified of snakes. So I knew it was a snake in the basket. So I just woke up out the dream. I'm like, but I knew that dream was the initiation dream. So anyway, so there's just my little stories and just some of the dreams that I've had. And then to speed up, I'm gonna add one more on there that's coming to mind when I think about the snake thing. This one I started doing meditation. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'll be lazy with the meditation. I need to be more consistent with it. But this particular time, I was being consistent, trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like 15 minutes a day. So I'm meditating, and as I go from the meditation into the dream, like right in between that state, I'm visualizing this. It was a snake, gold. It was a gold cobra in particular. So I grabbed it like by the neck of it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not fearing you no more. I'm a face you. That's what I was saying. So I said, okay. So I forget all about it. So I go to work, the next day or whatever. Can't remember. I think it was the next day. Coming home, and I'm driving. Because a lot of times I go into like these trances when I'm driving. That'd be like my meditation time. So it came back to me. Like basically me talking to myself. Like, you remember that dream you had? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay. So I pull up, into the garage, get home, get on YouTube, because I'm always, looking for stuff like lectures, what I'm saying, different information. So while I'm scrolling on YouTube, I see this picture of this man. I want to say he was an actor or something, whatever. You know how they had these images on a page or whatever. So I look, and he dressed in this African attire once again. You know how the men had the things that come across like this, the garments or whatever. I want to say it was red. And he's grabbing the snake exactly how I was gripping this snake in my vision. So I said, damn, it's something to this. So when I went and looked it up, it basically traced back to this ancient deity, goddess, spelled Wadjet. Wadjet, I guess that's how you spell it or whatever. So I went and started looking up all of that stuff or whatever, and it was just basically talking about wisdom coming into your newness, your spirit totem, and all these different things. So, and then after listening to one of these teachings later on, where Brother Panic, and he talked about, he gave this scenario of when you're afraid of things like that. Like he was talking about a particular person with dogs and talking about the Anubis energy, and basically you afraid of the power subconsciously. Basically you're afraid of the power within. So that's what I got out of it. Like in the dream, I was finally facing it, or who I, my powers that I carry and I possess. So yes, y'all. So dreams are definitely clues, and pieces to the puzzle of your self-realization, and that's what I'm coming to understand. Like I said, this has definitely been an awesome journey for me, and it just continues to open up, and I'm excited about it. And the reason I chose to start coming on live, like I said, when I listen to you guys, especially my soul sisters, the ones that's on here now, and I see y'all do y'all little live and stuff, because y'all don't know, last time I did that live, I was so damn nervous. Because like I said, I'm always acting silly and dancing. I don't have a problem with that. But when it comes to the talking stuff, without it being pre-recorded, baby, that throat chakra was... But today I feel good. So I said, okay, all right, they encouraged me, inspired me. So let me just start doing little lives on my, my little Facebook, and just speaking my truth. You get what I'm saying? As I always say, what I talk about is not to convince nobody. It's not for you to think how I think. It's not for you to take the path that I take. But it is to help you to deprogram your mind so that you can reprogram your mind. That is my mission. You feel me? And to bring light, love, and don't get it twisted now with all the light and love, because I can go to the dark side. You best believe that, you know. But so thank you guys for watching. Check out my YouTube channel, Queen's Perspective, QUEENS Perspective, one word, and that basically is telling you, you know, my life story. I think I started maybe a little over a year ago, and I started talking about, you know, just coming out of toxic relationships and how that really helped, you know, birth the true me. You get what I'm saying? After some self-realization, some self-healing, and all these different types of things. So that's what's up, and that's all I got to say for now. So as the little inspiration come and the thoughts come to my head, you know, on what to talk about, that's what I do. Holla!